Last year, Donald Trump demanded that Republican states redistrict or redraw their congressional maps to cheat in the midterm elections. As you remember, I did a video on a lady in the Texas House who was part of a group of Democrats who left the state to prevent them from. They don't have the majority, so they wanted to prevent the vote from happening at all because they knew they couldn't stop them. So they left the state for I think it was a month, heroically, and then when they returned, they made them sign themselves over to the state police to be followed and watched to make sure they wouldn't leave the state again or they couldn't leave the state house. And this woman refused to sign over her freedoms as if she was a criminal, and they basically kidnapped her and forced her to stay in the Texas State House overnight by herself. I did a video on that. It was harrowing, and I said democracy is under attack at that moment. So in any case, everybody came back. They voted. They redistricted the state of Texas, the maps. So in response to that, the Virginia state government said, okay, two can play that game. If you're going to do this, then we're going to temporarily redistrict our maps so that you won't be able to cheat in this year's midterms. So the Senate president in Virginia, Eloise Lucas, initiated a referendum that we all voted on to redistrict our state to counterbalance what Trump is doing in other red states, in the red states. So unfortunately, our Supreme Court, on a technicality, struck down a referendum. The people of Virginia spoke, and we voted to redraw our maps. Our Supreme Court took away our rights and our power and basically canceled all the efforts to put the referendum together and so on and so forth. Basically, they're saying that there wasn't enough time between when the Virginia Assembly voted and the election day. And so they're counting early voting time frame as part of the election day, which is not true. Election day is election day, right? And every election, many states have early voting, but election day doesn't change. So in this case, our Supreme Court has decided to make election day the first day that people started early voting, which is ridiculous. So it's the Supreme Court. I'm not sure there's anything we can do about it. Once again, democracy is in danger. So the Senate president, Eloise Lucas, basically, once we got our referendum done and we voted and it passed, she made a statement, you started it and we effing finished it. And she didn't say effing. And we were very proud and very happy. Unfortunately, the Supreme Court took that away. So right after the Supreme Court took that away, the FBI raided her home. For what? What happened to our country? So now the president is mad at someone and they're just raiding their homes. Which judge gave permission to raid her home? Like, really? For what? All of a sudden, there's some crime that she's committed. There's no details that have been released on what they're looking for or why they're raiding their home or why they received permission to have a warrant to raid the president of the Virginia Senate's home. But this is ridiculous. I just thought you should know. I'll post a picture of her. I believe I'll put it at the beginning of the video so you can see who she is. She's an older woman, very powerful. We're proud of her, and we stand behind her 100%. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think that they are weaponizing the justice system to go after anyone that the president doesn't like? This is crazy. Please like, share, and comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate your help, and thanks for watching.